Bo Nickal is at it again with calling everybody an easy fight and speaking as if he is a champion in the UFC. We have another new clip for you today from Home of Fight. It's definitely not where it originated. It originated from Pound for Pound with Kamaru and Henry. Bo Nickal at it again, talking about how easy of a fight Shara Bullet would be. We're going to take a look at that clip. I'm going to give my reply, and as always, guys, I would love to know what you think about it down below afterwards. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Home of Fight had this to say over here. Bo Nickal called Shara Bullet too easy of a fight for him. Let's take a look at what Kamaru and Henry had to say about this.
Henry, let's get it out of the way. They're not going to put you up against Shara Bullet.
You agree with that, Bo?
They wouldn't match it up, you know. It would be an easy fight, but for me, there's no problem in that fight. But let's talk about it realistically.
Unless you ask for it, unless you create a storyline.
And I love that Henry's pushing back on this because that's so true. If he starts asking you, excuse me, I have my baby next to me. Excuse the toque, by the way. I'm about to take the dog out, waiting for my wife to get home. She's going to take the baby, and I have her on watch with me right here. She's talking to her Winnie the Pooh right now. Apologies for that, everybody. But I like that Henry's kind of pushing back on this. If Bo Nickal decided to create a storyline for it, drum up some interest. Start talking trash instead of saying that everybody's an easy fight and I'm already a champion. I'm already top 5 level. Show it. Give us, like, just saying that the UFC won't give it to me. Yeah, because they're kind of trying to protect you, to be honest with you. But if you start developing a storyline for it, the UFC probably can't help but make that fight.
That's kind of what I'm trying to tell you, Bo. If you create that storyline and you step on those toes and you're able to sell it, he loses to MVP. You know what the UFC does? All right, let's kill him a shark. Boom. That's how it is, bro. It's a dog world. It's the facts, Kamaru.
Henry, let's get it out of the way.
Yeah, I agree with what Henry Cejudo said completely. And I need to go listen to that podcast because I don't know what Bo's response to that was, but Bo needs to stop just saying that everybody's an easy fight and actually, like, call out an opponent. Not just calling out Shara Bullet in the sense like, yeah, I beat him. The UFC would never make that fight. I'm not interested in that fight. I'm going to make my slow way up the rank because I would just so easily destroy him. What I can't help but wonder is, like, is this Bo Nickal marketing himself, or does he actually believe this? Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both because we've seen Bo Nickal try to have moments on the mic and he's just not good at it. Perhaps this is just one of those cases, but I also think that he just, like, thinks so highly of himself, so above Shara Bullet that he doesn't even maybe deserve a fight with Bo Nickal. But it's not just about what I think. Let's take a look at a couple replies over on the Explore page and replies to Home of Fight over here. HMZY had this to say: every fight is easy for Bo Nickal these days, except the ones he is fighting in the cage. It's so true. Cody Brundage wasn't easy. Paul Craig wasn't easy. They are doing it. UFC's trying so hard to make a easy fight for Bo Nickal where he can just steamroll the guy, but it's just not working. Let's continue on to the Combat Sports Matrixer. After his fight versus Craig, I don't think Shara would be an easy fight for him. Is he a way better wrestler than Shara? Yes. Does Shara have a weakness? Yes, it's probably being wrestled and controlled. But can Bo impose his wrestling on Shara? I don't know. He would be the favorite, though. Now, to be honest with you, I think this is really well said. I think that Shara Bullet would give him a lot of problems, especially with what we have seen from Bo Nickal so far. Let's continue on to Steven Money. He said last fight was supposed to be an easy fight, but it wasn't. Same with Cody Brundage. Same with everything before. Now, to be fair, he's had some fights where it has appeared to be a little bit on the easier side, but still, man, like, I don't understand how Bo Nickal can keep yapping like this. He needs to prove his dominance. He needs to actually call out somebody like Shara Bullet. He needs to actually call out the top 5 and just instead of saying, I'm a champion. I'm going to be a champion. Every fight in the UFC is easy for this guy. I'm the best, even though I've proved absolutely nothing. This is crazy. If you want to continue to talk about Bo Nickal, check out this video where he's continuously being delusional. We cover all of that and more replies to that like we took a look at this video. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take care.